in 3, 2, 1. CD Logic Show is back for episode 21. It's been a month, but we are back. Jeffy Masar, the man, the myth, the legend himself with those bulgy shoulders. Welcome to the show.
Thank you guys for having me.
Heck yeah, dude. This was overdue because as we were down in March, like that was a month of the
March.
Arnold. We were
Yeah.
supposed to get a podcast then, but we got so caught up in catching up and drinking and having a good time that we didn't get to it, and that's not a bad thing. So,
Yeah.
dude, how have you been?
It's been interesting couple months with COVID and all this stuff going on with work and not being able to work out for a couple months. It's just been weird, and finally getting back into it and getting like a routine again. It's been nice.
Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. And I know you've been working like crazy. I think maybe you put in the group text. You've been working not just one job but a few to stay afloat. How's that been? What you been doing?
Yeah. I mean, landscaping and fixing my landlord's house, all that kind of stuff, just to make a extra buck or so. So it's been tough, not because I usually don't have a day off. So got a little burnt out for a little bit. Finally got a day off, played some golf. So yeah, it's been, I don't know, man. It's been a weird time to try to earn money.
I feel that, man. I definitely feel that because I'm not gonna lie to you. I was just telling DJ today, and that's what kind of spurred it. I was like, you know what? We haven't done a podcast in a month. We definitely need to do one. I want to do one with someone dear to our heart. And I was like, I saw your post. I think it was last night, this morning, and it was basically like finally back or whatever. And because you haven't posted on Instagram in a while. So I was like, man,
Yeah, it's been a while.
Muscles in a while. I was like, let's get him on the podcast. Let's
Yeah, you gotta give them on something.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. I don't know about you guys, but the gym I'm going to right now, I have to wear a mask to be in there, which it's an interesting dynamic. Yeah, it's interesting. So it's kind of trying to manage that too, and it feels weird to try to breathe while you're doing trying to do squats or hack squats, bench press, all that stuff. So
how much
I've been getting my cardio in.
How much do you think it is like mental?
I mean,
like
definitely
just having something on your face. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, I think that's a big part. And like growing up, had some problems with people touching my face. So it's just like a mental thing for me too. Just having that on my face. So that's definitely brings a part of it for me. I don't know if it affects other people like that, but definitely makes it harder for me to have that on my face and try to do any kind of exercise. It's just something, it's just like something that aggravates you the whole time, and you just have to mentally fight it, which I don't know, kind of sucks.
So the pictures that you've been posting, like your gym doesn't look like it's not gold, right? Like it's a small, mom and pop run.
Yeah, it's like it's a locally owned. The gym owner is actually a bodybuilder. He also is like a personal trainer, physical therapist, nutritionist, all that stuff. So it's kind of a jack of all trades, but it's been helping me this last year to get a lot bigger than I was before I came down here. And he installed some AC units. Mm-hmm. 2 of them that kind of helps to regulate COVID. They're supposed to kill, I think he said 95% of, whatever, the virus in the air, which it's kind of allows him to stay open even if we close again, because by the looks of things, South Carolina might close again just because of how many cases have appeared in this last month or so.
Now, what's the feeling being in South Carolina? Does it feel like it's a lot of people getting caught, like having COVID and whatnot?
I think it's mostly just tourists that come down and, they interact with each other and then they give to each other kind of thing. Us in the restaurant really haven't been affected by that much, or I haven't really talked to anyone that's caught it yet. So it's mostly been people from out of town. They get it and then they get tested because they feel sick. And then, I think that's the big thing is just tourists that catch it from other people that they interact with.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's it kind of screws us because then a lot of people aren't coming into restaurants because they don't want to interact with other people, so they're doing to-goes. So I haven't been making a lot of money just because of that.
Are you still working, or are you still working with your restaurant, or?
Yeah. I mean, we still have sit down stuff, but I think people are afraid again, so they're starting to do more to goes and all that good stuff, which sucks for me because that's how I make my money is when people come in, sit down, and tip me. So when people aren't doing that, I'm losing a little bit, which is why I've had to get other jobs and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, to lighten the mood,
Yeah.
to lighten the mood a little bit, I hope South Carolina doesn't close because
Yeah.
I was going to reach out to you later, but I think it'd be a good way to ask now you're on the podcast. But I'm doing a little road trip the middle of August. DJ was supposed to accompany me, but he unfortunately can't. But it's for a good reason. He's got a great promotion coming his way. I'm super excited for him.
Ooh,
And he'd be
nice.
crazy
Congrats, buddy.
to worry about taking time off. We got plenty more road trips and
Yeah.
stuff. But with that
True.
being said, my goal of this trip is to like literally visit and see as many friends and family as I possibly can in a week. So you and Ed / Myrtle Beach will be on my way back. So I was going to see maybe that last day or two I could hang with you, and obviously after the show we can chat specific dates. But just to kind of maybe lighten the mood, and if it helps, I'll continue to be my waiter. I'll give you a nice big tip so you can pay your bills and stuff.
Hey, there you go. Perfect. Love it.
But just to have your mind think a little bit because
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude, it's just great to get back together. But then my whole thing is like I just want to like go back and see the area / be with you guys for like a day or two. I know how much this made you guys happy that me and DJ were to come down last time, and that's kind of what I want to do for all these different people because some people are gonna be like, oh, you're gonna get COVID. Well, like I know all it's gonna be is me in a car and staying with you guys and like hiking or whatever. I'm not going to like great, big parks or I'm gonna avoid all that stuff. If any, I've actually thought about since I'm going by myself is going to Walmart prior. And just kind of eating out of a cooler more or less with like my lunch meat, my granola, and like yogurt and stuff or whatever. I actually thought about it just for the sole fact to avoid, other than maybe get a morning coffee. I need the coffees. I don't know. So other than that, I've thought about it. So, but I'll after the show we can talk about the dates. But, fucked up.
I was saying I can hook you up with some energy drinks too. Bucked Up has some energy drinks now.
Master 20% for Bucked Up. Seriously, Brandon Master for Bucked Up. Yeah, dude. I'll pay you for some of those too. You can sell me those too.
Absolutely. I mean, some of that stuff back there too.
That was so well done, Jeffy. We need to get you a traveling Techers shirt so you can do the same thing for us.
I mean, yeah, if you send one my way, or let me know like how much you want for it or something.
I don't know if any of our shirts will fit you, to be honest.
I'm not that big. I mean, I'm big, but I'm not that big. And
I mean,
I look bigger than them.
They're a little tight around the chest.
But it's like a good tight. It's like, oh yeah, I worked for that.
Yeah. As long as it's like a comfortable material, because like I have a lot of shirts that are like that funky material just doesn't feel right and always rubbing against you.
I've actually worked out in it twice now, and it like doesn't hold sweat, so like it doesn't feel like you're like it's not where like your shirt gets baggy and it breathes very well. So I was pretty impressed. I kind of like spaced it out because I don't want it to get messed up, but then I'm like, just wear the shirt, Cody. So, but yeah,
you turn inside out.
I could do that. Maybe just like duct tape traveling Techers on it, something.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, how about your family? How have they been doing in North Carolina? How's things for them?
My dad works in a retirement home, so it's been a little bit difficult for him. Just, I mean, dealing with all those people, and he has to get tested every like other week. Be careful who he's around. He had to move his office a couple of times just to kind of stay away from the older people and try not to interact with them too much, just in case something happened. If he was, he happened to catch it before he got tested, and then he got all of them. I mean, how they can be affected a lot easier than our generation. So a little bit difficult for him. My brother works on a golf course, so it doesn't really matter to him. But yeah, they're not doing too bad. I think North Carolina is slowly starting to open back up. I know South Carolina is kind of one of the first states, so they don't really go out much, so the restaurants and stuff didn't really affect them too much. So they're hanging in there. So
heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
That's good to hear. I'm glad they're doing well. And obviously you mentioned your gym. and you're back in it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, because we all know that the gym is who you are. I feel like you're more a gym than a human at this point, or
Oh yeah, something like that, right? Something like that.
But one thing I did admire is you shared a lot and did a lot of at-home workouts with a variety of things and not just weights. How has that been for you? Just the whole process of that.
Especially that trust.
That was dude, that was interesting. I mean, I did that chest drawer, like whatever that was.
What
it was a lot.
What led you to do that? Like, what gave you that idea?
I was bored. I was like, I need something. I need to lift something. So I was like, all right, I want to help people too. What do most people have around the house that they can try to lift? So found stuff, like that pink vacuum, just random stuff you can make a workout out of. And it was a lot of fun just to work out with something, because I mean, most people don't have a lot to work out with. So if you can manage and modify stuff, that's better than not having a gym at all. So
did somebody call you out for not having the drawers in the first time?
Yeah. I can't remember who it was. I think it was whoever asked me to do it. They're like, you don't have any drawers in. So I did it with the drawers in too, just to prove that I could do it.
Depending on how you're holding it, the drawers might like fall out and hit you in the face, or like,
yeah,
topple or something.
I don't know if you saw the video, but it definitely did. The thing hit me in the head because I couldn't stabilize it first.
That's hard. You're just like, ow.
I kept it out. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Kind of miss doing that stuff.
Hey, I mean, you're gonna have to stop,
Yeah, I could. Maybe I should. I have a lot of stuff in my room. My room's a mess right now.
That's all right.
That's why I'm trying to hide it.
Your next workout can be how to lift 2 weeks worth of dirty clothes.
2 weeks. I did laundry yesterday. It was about 2.5 weeks. So
there you go. That's a heavy hamper.
Yeah, it's an impressive hamper I got. It's a thick boy for sure.
Well, turn it sideways and do some curls.
Just like put like something over top so it doesn't spill and be good to go.
No. You want it to spill out because that's a drop set.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. That's smart. Yeah. So every time it gets too heavy and takes them out. It works. Right on. Yeah.
So,
how you guys been?
Oh no, go ahead, dude. What are you saying?
Let's say, how have you guys been? We haven't really talked since March, basically. I feel like.
Feels like that. DJ, fill him in.
Yeah, man. It's been a crazy half a year. I think everyone agrees with that. Like, and I know, I feel like me and Cody have slightly unique situations where we've been able to work throughout this whole time. I know Cody's gotten extra busy with his job.
Yeah.
I've maintained, if not gotten a little bit more busy throughout the past 4 or 5 months. Right. So I personally feel like it's almost flown by.
Yeah.
Like, in a really weird way. I don't believe that it's been a half a year since we were in South Carolina.
Right.
You know what I mean? That blows my mind.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Like I was thinking about how just all your normal day-to-day things, like the people that you would see normally or talk to or whatever.
Right.
Like at work, we would have meetings every week where we would see just about everybody in our kind of division, right?
Right.
And we haven't had those meetings since this whole thing started. So I haven't seen some of the people that I used to see weekly in half a year, which is insane.
Yeah. That's crazy. And it's like almost August.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no end in sight, really.
Yeah.
Like there was a little bit of an end in sight, and now we're going back towards the other way.
Back the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to agree with DJ. It's definitely in a weird, creepy way flown by before our eyes. We've lived in probably one of the darkest years that definitely I feel like even our grandparents' generation has lived, to be honest with you.
Right.
Between the virus and just everything going on and hitting at one time as well.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. You see some stuff on the news that I feel like you would see at the beginning of like the Fallout 4 or, some apocalyptic game or a TV series. You can't make this stuff up. That's the crazy thing. But DJ's right. It actually kind of has flown by now that I'm here. But I feel like in the moment it dragged. You know, there was days where you sit back and you feel like, you know, minutes are, you know, just you can almost like hear the ticking sound of the seconds. But now when I sit here and look at it, it's July 21st. It's insane. So in the second year or half the year, I hope, you know, it definitely gets better. You know, it's got to get worse before it gets better, as the quote says. I guess it means something still, but no, it's definitely hard to believe it's been since March that we were down there. So
yeah, it's crazy. I haven't know. I've only seen Ed, I think, once since then too. Just like, I mean, you know, I work nights, he works days, so it's pretty hard to, you know, get a day where we're both off, or, you know, he's off and or I'm off and he can come over or whatever.
Yeah. Me and Cody live less than an hour apart, more or less, and we were seeing each other every other week beforehand, and we went like 3 months without seeing each other, almost 4 months.
Yeah, cause for like a while there, we just kind of like, you know, chillaxed because like the whole stay-at-home stuff, we just kind of took it week by week and waited for an opening. And I think the last time we actually like really hung out was. I think I came up to your place, DJ, the weekend after. It was either weekend after or before. It was before. No,
was it before?
Yeah, it was actually before. I came up the weekend before we came down to see Jeffy, so that was the end of February. Came to see y'all first weekend in March, and then I don't think we hung till like sometime in May, mid-May, whenever it was. I'm trying to remember what it was specifically. I think it was maybe you, me, and Tristan, or no, maybe you came down before that. It was the Pixar videos. Whenever the first Pixar video was.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a couple months worth of time, which is honestly insane. Now, I will say that that chunk and span of time had definitely dragged. You know, plans canceled. Like, I know I was supposed to go on a trip with my mom, and then, you know, the AJR concert, and I definitely wanted to try to come back to Myrtle in that time or something, you know, at least like some sort of weekend trips and hikes and everything out the window. So.
Oh yeah.
But hopefully, definitely a more positive second half of the year. If not, I hate to rush time or wish it away, but 2021, where you at?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to waste years, but at this point, just kind of want to skip over. And
the gym opening up has been really nice.
Yes,
that's made time. You know, it doesn't feel like it's a waste anymore. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
You're not wasting days if you can at least go to the gym and work out.
Right. And I know for me, like not being able to work out, I just drank more, which, you know, is not really good. So it's nice to be able to go back to the gym and focus less on drinking, more on body image. So
now, on that note, because I think me and Cody were talking about this the other day. I think it was me and Cody. It might have been me and Tristan, but we're talking about how like working out. So like if you go and work out, right? And you know you hit an awesome chest day or whatever, and you come home, I find that I'm much more likely to make a better decision for myself on like what I eat, what I do, resting, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that momentum kind of thing, you know, like you wake up and you make your bed, you're more likely to do the next thing right and the next thing, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So like losing that really fundamental part of your day causes just a landslide of mistakes after that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I know for me, you know, sometimes working in a restaurant, you don't have like a consistent schedule, which is also, it makes it even more tough to not have that consistency. Because like right now it's starting to get a little bit more consistent, so I'm feeling a little bit more normal. But over like from like March to like late June, early July, I didn't have a consistent schedule. So I just, even if I was able to go to the gym, I still wouldn't feel like normal, like myself, just because I like that consistency. So when I don't have that, makes things a lot more difficult for me, you know?
Well, even just the fact that, you know, tomorrow is leg day, right?
Yeah.
Like you kind of orient your day around that. You know, when you wake up, you're going to do this, this, and this, because you need to prepare yourself for that. And then afterwards, you're going to do this, this, and this to rest from that, you know?
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, because I was kind of having that issue too. as soon as the gyms were opening up. I think I got like a week and a half in, and I was just loving life. I would say 90% because 10% of me was kind of beat myself up because like DJ and I kind of held each other accountable for running for a while, and I was doing little ab circuits and stuff, if you will. And I don't know what that voice was for DJ, but so I was. Yeah, it was rough, but we got it done. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually lost weight. So I was overweight, but I feel like I kind of lost the gains, if you will. Like, wasn't throwing up the same, reps and of this specific weight. But the first week and a half was just more or less happy to be there and not really focus on the weight. It was just kind of like, reevaluate, get the form back, feel good, rekindle with the guys and everybody in there. But unfortunately for me, whenever that, like right after that was all the protesting and the commotion and what have you. So 16-hour days here, 2 weeks working straight, and I'm like, it was impossible for me to get anything in, and if I did, I had to be quick about it because I was working nights pretty much, and I couldn't dilly dally. It was like a 1 hour, and that's it, because I would try to like sleep in and this and that. So once things started to settle down, got some more consistency in the scheduling. It was a godsend because I could actually focus and enjoy the gym. Like DJ said, today is leg day. It's not just a quick sweat, sauna, get out, whatever I was doing. So I can totally agree with you there. And I know DJ's the same, because there might be days where, certain things are out of whack with, are not normal, like you said, no meetings or whatever. So you kind of don't know how to base your schedule on it. But regardless, it's been great to have some sort of consistency sort of again. Back to you and working. Do you have like any ideas of, are you just going to wait COVID out a little bit more and reevaluate, or do you have any like plans for the rest of the year to maybe get something more solid, or maybe a move, or what do you have any like? I know your mind's been working. I know it has. What you been thinking?
I heard Florida's been calling your name.
That's what I've been told too.
Sounds like a Tristan bug was in that ear. I mean, what?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know, man. I feel like I need to change soon. So
how long have you been in South Carolina?
It's been over a year now. It's nice. I like South Carolina, but I think the situation I'm in right now makes it a little bit more difficult. It's kind of dealing with a lot of stuff. And so, I think I might, here in the next month or two, I'm going to try to take like a week or two off and just kind of reevaluate stuff, maybe go away from here for a week and try to figure stuff out. And then from there, just kind of figure out while I'm away, try to figure out my plan, what I really want to do, and reevaluate stuff and go from there. Because, I like it here, but I don't see myself being here for an extended period of time. So,
if you're taking off that much time, you should do a road trip.
That'd be sweet.
Maybe.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Come up and see us.
Christian wants me to go up to Cape Cod, so I might try to go up the coast or something like that.
That'd be awesome. Is that where he's at right now?
Yeah, Christian's up in Cape Cod. So,
isn't he doing the? Is he still? What was it? Like a camp gig? What's he doing up there? Do you know?
He works in a restaurant. It's like a pizza place or something like that.
Okay.
He's been trying to get me to go up there for like a year or two. So I might go up there, and then I might try to go from there to Michigan. I have a buddy up there that wants me to come see him. So
that'd be
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So
that'd be awesome. Man, if you're looking for some reflection time, nothing's more reflecting than sitting in a car by yourself for a while.
Exactly. I mean, eventually, I think I want to hike the whole Appalachian Trail, which would be a huge reflection time.
Yeah, that'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah, that takes a long time. I think it takes like a year or so, 6 months, depends. So.
If you did it, I think you could probably do it in about 4.5 months.
Probably.
Like your athletic build, and like if you could keep a pace.
Yeah,
months.
I think I told you I was in Boy Scouts growing up, and we went down to New Mexico and hiked down there. It was like a week and a half or something like that. So
that's awesome.
Definitely on my mind to hike the whole trail, but I I'd like to have a lot of money, so or like a good amount of money, so I can like take time off and then not have to worry about rent or anything for like a month, like a couple months, and just go up there and do the thing. So
That'd be awesome, dude. Well, if you leave
I have
us
a lot
out
of
on the
plans.
road trip, what'd you say? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I have a lot of plans. I just need to
Need the
save
funding.
money up and save some money up.
Well, shoot, dude. I mean, you can ask DJ. I mean, we've been pretty good at like kind of keeping each other straightforward with money, and I know we always did it in college. You probably picked up on that in school to not overspend or save for this or whatever. So if you want to hop in on make a little trio of like kind of checks and balances, if you will, make sure we're staying in line. We're more than happy to do that. And I mean, if you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I was gonna bring this up, but I guess I will. I'm thinking as well about reevaluating different things. If you catch it. And and one of those reevaluations actually looks to be taking me to potentially work with DJ. So
yeah, that'd be sick, dude.
So depending on like how long that process is, and at this point, I would be happy for that reevaluated process. I'm not trying to really say it, but maybe by the first of the year. But if that's the case, I would like to take like maybe a 2-month sabbatical or whatever the stars would align to have me do. Maybe do a month where I actually just hit the road by myself, like you said, a reevaluation period. If you want to come, by all means, let's go. But I've thought about even driving like all the way to somewhere just far-fetched I've never been and just work my way back. But take my time, like sleep in my car / hammock, get up or whatever.
Cody's gonna drive all the way to Hawaii.
Maybe I'll drive the entire coast of the U.S. Just kidding. I don't know if my car could take that, but
I've been thinking about driving to Utah, so we can do that and drive back.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Dude, I would be more than happy to plan that for you. You know me, I love planning road trips. I can make sure you get the cool spots, the national parks, and I mean, dude, you're good to go. You finalize in Utah with the Bucked Up. That's their HQ like area, right? Bucked Up.
Yep. Utah. Yep.
God, that'd be sweet.
Now, speaking of Bucked Up, do you have some kind of like a quota? Like you have to show the brand a certain number of times throughout this podcast?
I mean, it's just kind of there, so I'll just play a couple times. It'll be good. I didn't know. I didn't know if this and this. I didn't
know if you had some kind of thing in your contract where it's like, if and when you're ever in a podcast, you must show the brand a minimum of 6 times.
I think I'll show that at least 5. I showed both drinks at least 10 times, so I think I'd make it quota if I had to.
What exactly are you drinking right now? Like protein shake?
Yeah, so this is a protein shake, and then this is an energy drink. So I'm drinking them.
Double fisting them, dude. That's awesome.
You know how it is. Remember those 40s?
Different.
But no, dude. Actually, that would be kind of sweet. You could like whenever this drops, whatever. You want to post like on your story or actual like a post or whatever, and like post a thumbnail, just tag Bucked Up 1,000 times. Like, oh shoot, this guy's posting our stuff in a podcast. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely tag him.
Now, Jeffy, last time when we were in South Carolina, you were 5 months out from competition, from bodybuilding competition, and now that's more or less here, but I'm guessing that's not going through, right?
No. Yeah, I found that out a couple weeks ago, I'd say.
Really? They held it out that long before they made a decision?
Yeah. But, I kind of knew since like March. I figured since March, they weren't going to do it just with how everything was going. I had high hopes for it, but I knew at the same time that I can wait another year and I'll be bigger and look a lot better. So really wasn't too worried about it at the same time. The gym owner has been helping me out a lot with my physique. So that's really one of the big things that's been holding me here too is the gym owners helps me modify some of the exercises and shows me what I'm doing wrong. So
like what? What's an example?
like cable flies. I'll have to post a video of it like next week or something. But there's a certain way that, I mean, we all do it like usually out like this, but you want to do it like down instead because you get more. So it's minor stuff like calf raises. I was doing them wrong. I was going too far down. He just wanted me to go to parallel and then go back up and squeeze at the top, and that made a whole difference. My calves look a lot bigger now than they were. So
now, was it like poor form, or was it just like him looking at you objectively and going, "Hey, like if you were to do it this way, you could like your body needs this kind of an angle more than this angle."
Yeah, it's
like
more
the
like
coaching aspect of it.
Yeah, it's more like coaching. Like, hey, if you just do this, like fix this little part, you're gonna feel it a lot more. I haven't done like a regular bench press and probably since March.
Man,
With
in
the
college, you were always doing those fancy little things going on.
Yeah. No, I've been doing
the bus.
Yeah, drive the bus. No, I've been doing a lot more like incline bench press. I've seen a lot better results with that than regular bench press. So
why is that?
Was that?
Why is that? Do you know?
I think hits upper chest. Yeah, I think it's upper chest more. Just makes your chest look fuller, I believe. But yeah, it just stuff like that. Like usually I do just a lot of flat bench, and he's just been showing me that I don't really need to do that. I need to be doing other exercises to really hit the chest more. So
what you're telling me
makes a big difference.
What you're telling me is I've wasted my last 4 chest days.
Probably. No, I mean flat's good. It causes, I don't know. For me, it messes up my shoulders a lot. So better for me. I use like a lot more machine stuff, and my shoulders don't hurt as much, and I feel it a lot more in my chest. So it could be like per person, but I don't know.
Gotcha. And now you're still like more or less committed to doing a competition in a year from now. Do you have one in mind already, or?
No, I probably look at it next summer. It'd be the next time. I mean, I'm trying to shred down all the way right now, and then I'll maybe do.
Yeah, you're doing a legitimate like bulk and shred, right?
Yeah.
Like so you actually, like, it wasn't just cheat meal bulk. It was like you were specifically like putting effort into bulking.
Yeah. It's tough to try to eat that much amount of food, and then now.
Was it enjoyable, or did you feel like it was a little forceful?
It was forceful for sure.
Was it?
Yeah. I mean, I love food, but trying to eat that much amount of food in a day, you just feel like crap at the end of the day. You're like, gosh, I eat that much food. Now I can do it again tomorrow.
Do you know how much you were eating? Like how many calories, or?
Mm-hmm. I just he kind of helped me with that too, and like how much I'm supposed to eat. And so I just ate. He just gave me like a general thing. It's like, this is, this amount of veggies, this amount of blah, 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So just pretty much went with that and ate it and sucked it up. Gained a lot of weight, but it was.
But now you're cutting.
Yeah, now I'm cutting.
I think, don't you have the seasons messed up on that? You've been bulking through the summer, and now you're going to start cutting towards the winter?
I'm doing the same thing. I've been bulking.
Is that supposed to be reversed?
It's a little bit off, but I mean, yeah, COVID threw it off a little bit too, for sure.
You're supposed to bulk. You're supposed to bulk through the colder months and shred through the warmer months.
I know.
Wait. Is that just bro science? Like, is that not a real thing? Is that just?
No, you do. You're supposed to. Bulk, you're supposed to, like they say, like you bulk like a bear for hibernation in the winter, and then you shred for the summer. Because you're gonna be sweating and look better for the beach.
It also depends. I mean, there's competitions during the winter too, so you could be doing the opposite. Just kind of depends what competition you're trying to go to. I mean, some people do a couple competitions a year, so you might have to shred down and then do a mini bulk and then shred back down again for the next competition. So it really just kind of depends.
Does
when
do a competition in Utah or anything? That'd be sweet. You could do.
They don't. There's a fitness expo that they go to. It's in Utah.
Is that the one you're supposed to go to?
Utah. Yeah, that's the one I was supposed to go to, and I think I was supposed to go in March, and then it got delayed to August. But I don't know if it's going to happen. I already canceled my Airbnb, and I still have like the flight credits, but yeah, not planning on going out.
When you say fitness expo, what does that entail? Like, what do you do at one of those?
I think it's just like the Arnold Classic. It's just this just what they call it out there. I think it's a fitness expo.
But there's like competitions.
Yeah, they have the competitions and all that stuff out there as well. They just call it a different name, I guess. Yeah, so that's why I was going to go there and kind of see, how people compete there, which was the plan. I'd go there in March, watch how people compete and stuff, and talk to Bucked Up. And then I come back, be ready in August for my competition, which was like the big plan. But COVID messed that up. So
depending on how things progress, maybe you should try and go next year, dude. I would love to tag along and like follow your whole process and like maybe be your own personal little photographer for your Instagram. I mean, just saying, dude, that's a big clout builder.
Cody wants to make a documentary out of you. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, dude.
Cody wants to be like my vlog guy. So when I start doing bodybuilding like videos, you can be my like vlog guy.
Exactly.
The
bigger he gets, eventually I can make myself a paid cameraman for you. So.
Yeah.
But no, I think
you hear what he just did, Jeffy? He just slid it, right? He was like, "Hey, man, I would love to tag along with you. It'd be fun for me, right?" And he slid that into you paying him to video.
No, dude. It's seriously. If
you got to agree to it too. So smooth, Cody.
No. If you were to do that, I would not request any funds. I would do it just to support the man. Plus, I mean, I want to go to Utah. I think it'd be sweet to watch Jeffy compete, especially in like an exotic place that's like not normal. It's not like it's an Arnold. It's not like it sounds like a pretty big show, the Fitness Expo. I feel like I've heard someone on Joe Rogan or something talk about it because I know he's been mentioning Texas a lot, but I know a couple different people he had on. He was mentioning Utah because I think that's where Black Rifle Coffee Company is from.
Yeah.
So I know he said like that's one of his favorite places to stand up, just not for the comedy clubs, but like the atmosphere and the culture. So that'd be sweet, dude.
I think I know exactly the town that you're talking about for that show. There's like a small town in Utah that a lot of people go to.
How familiar are you with Utah?
What?
How familiar are you with Utah?
Not familiar at all. Salt Lake City. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it.
That's awesome.
Mormons right there, right?
Mormons and Red Rocks and Black Rifle Coffee Company, yeah. And Fitness Expo.
There you go.
That's it. And they're all in the same small town.
Yeah.
But I don't think so. You kind of started to hit on it. Change it back a chapter here, but you said about like reevaluating and making a move. Have you? I'm sure you thought about it, but have you picked anywhere specifically that you like? Realistically, not like a long shot dream, but somewhere you'd actually like to try and living. I mean, Florida can be it, but if you had somewhere else, sounds like you got your eyes on Utah. Is that an option, or are you just still uncertain?
It's definitely an option. I'm not 100% certain yet. But Utah's been a place I've been kind of evaluating for a little bit. Just kind of depending what I can do out there. I mean, if I could work with Bucked Up, that'd be amazing. But yeah, just kind of weighing my options and where would be the best place for me to move next. I mean, I've been slowly working my way down the coast, Virginia, then back to North Carolina, and now South Carolina. I don't know if I want to go to Georgia or anything, but
Heck yeah, dude.
Jesse, you strike me as a hockey player that's conflicted with his love of the sun.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I like the cold.
No, because I was wondering about that because I know you were in Michigan for a year for school, and like, didn't you live there as a kid there too for a little bit or no?
Now we go up there every Thanksgiving and
That's
stuff.
what it is.
So
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, Michigan might be a little too chilly for me. That's for sure. But,
summertime is nice, but wintertime it's
Oh, you said
It's,
summertime or sometimes?
summertime is wonderful.
Okay. I thought you said
Like-
sometimes it's nice.
I mean, if you like snow, it's nice. But I mean, sunny or summer is like, sunny, 65 degrees, a little bit of breeze. It feels really good. Yeah, wintertime, it's just like, I mean, I don't know if I told you guys this, but that one year I went to school in Michigan for college. We had a snow day, and I didn't go to class because in the South, you don't go to class when there's snow on the ground. So I slept in, and my buddies went to class, and they're like, "Hey, how was class?" I was like, "We had class today. Wasn't it canceled?" They're like, "Bro, we go to class when they're still on the ground." So I was like, "Okay, maybe not the place to live."
that's awesome. Whatever happened with your buddy in was it Charlotte? I think you like hung out with him for the weekend, and you guys did like a podcast or something for his YouTube channel, or did a video for his channel. Whatever happened with him? I haven't seen you like talk about him or tag him or anything in a while.
He got a girlfriend, so he's a little bit off the grid.
Fair enough.
He's off the grid a little bit, but
Fair
yeah, I don't know. I've been meaning to visit him and hang out a little bit.
Bring
We
back
went to
the
a
RIP.
concert out there. What's that?
Bring back the RIP.
R.I.P. Yeah.
Gotta bring that back.
Bring it back. Yeah,
Heck yeah, dude.
it's been a while.
It has been. I never thought about that. Dang. Well, you should tell him to not be RIP'd for a weekend, and you should go do another podcast. Because I think like you tagged it on your story or something, and like the link in your bio or something, and I checked it out. It was pretty cool. Because he kind of like it was cool to see. Because I like stuff like that. It was two like
Right.
Instagram fit dudes like becoming friends and literally like meeting up and actually talking about it and everything and how it's changed your life. I thought it was pretty cool. So tell him to.
It was wild. Like, we met through Instagram, and like, and he's like one of my good friends now, which is, it's crazy to say that one of my good friends is from social media. Like, who would have thought we would have met, if it wasn't for social media? So it's pretty incredible.
Do you have any friends you can go live with?
Yeah, quite a few.
Are they
And then I
all-
have one in New York too.
Are they all like bucked up, like
Yeah.
other ambassadors that you kind of met throughout the?
Yep. So we actually have an ambassador group on Instagram, and we used to do like weekly challenges where
I remember those.
someone won. Yeah, so someone won, and then they would make a challenge, and then everyone else have to do it, and the winner would make the challenge for the next week. So we have that group, and a lot of them are from Utah. I think there's like a couple from Ohio. One of my good buddies is in New York right now. But yeah, most of them are in Utah, so I definitely would have a place to stay if I wanted to, visit out there for a little bit.
How did you get involved with Bucked Up? Like, how did that come about?
Gosh, it's been a while. I think it's been a couple years actually that I've been with them.
I don't think I ever realized when you started that actually.
It was, I think we were still in the dorm, I want to say.
For sure.
Um,
I'm 90% positive you had Bucked Up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's, so I wanted to be with some kind of company. And I tried a couple other ones. I know I still feel bad for Craig because I was with this one company. I told them to buy the product and they sent him the wrong thing. It didn't taste good. And I was like, dude, let me pay you back or something. It's like, I feel bad. So it was just kind of like trial and error. Then I think someone from Bucked Up just like sent me like a message on Instagram on one of my posts or something. And it was like, hey, check out this company. So I checked them out, bought some of the products, loved all the products that they had at the time, and really just kind of rolled with it. And I mean, my Instagram's grown quite a bit just from working with them. Yeah, it's just kind of out of the blue. They hit me up, and been with them ever since.
That's awesome. And you've been enjoying it and everything?
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. and they really do have, I think, the best products on the market right now. The protein upsets my stomach, but there's it doesn't affect me at all. Pre-workouts, killer. They have so many different types of pre-workout, from like high stimulants to just a regular or like a non-stimulant pre-workout, which is, it's pretty awesome that you have like that variety to choose from. If you really need the high stim one day, or if you're working out late one night, you don't want that stimulant to keep you up. They have that variety for you. So
I think the cool thing, I was talking with Tristan about this over the weekend.
Uh-huh.
And we were talking about how cool it is that you've kind of, I don't know if you created, but you have this kind of community surrounding you through your Instagram, right?
Yeah.
A solid amount of them are your bucked up, fellow ambassadors.
Right.
But that's a really cool thing that you have going for you right now, where you have created that community surrounding yourself.
Right. Yeah. And what was it the other day? I was having a bad day, and a lot of people that were from Bucked Up, and other people that are just in my community hit me up and like, hey, are you doing okay? Which, that means a lot that many people would reach out and say, I don't know.
Yeah, that's better. That's better than any quality material or product that they have. Just that they've offered that in general is amazing.
Right. Yeah.
And on top of that, they have good material.
Yeah, absolutely. It can't describe it. It's just amazing. I can't say anything else.
Kind of with just listening and taking that conversation in between y'all two. It's like that's how me and DJ have almost treat traveling like a thing. It's not just like a hobby or an activity. It's a thing. So I know for me, I know I talk to a lot of people here and there, whether it's Snapchat, follow them on Instagram, text them, whatever, from our trips. I have a lot of numbers and stuff that maybe I never reach out to them, but it's the fact to where it's a community. It's a travel community is one of a kind. And I think it's the same with Bucked Up, but I think it's so cool that I never really until y'all's conversation just now, and I took it in, I never really realized the big comparison. Because I've noticed it for so long, just how you have the same guys that you tag and hey bud, do this or whatever challenge in your story, or you actually are with some of the guys and stuff like that. So I think that is I think it's just awesome how you've kind of shaped that community. And you seem so close. One from the outside that doesn't know you is oh, what is this nerd doing? But I mean, that's I don't know. I think it's great. Keep doing it. And something that you haven't keep doing, which I know you've been busy, but the Friday Feels, dude. Where are they at?
I haven't felt
it so many Fridays, dude.
Dude, the weeks, I don't know. Sometimes the weeks just men together for me, just with working in a restaurant. I usually have Fridays off, and then with Fridays, I'm usually helping other people out with stuff. So kind of, it's been slipped my mind recently, but I got some topics. So hopefully this week I'll make a couple, and then I'll post them throughout the next couple of weeks.
What's the process in making those? Are they how much are they just off the fly, just how you're feeling at that very moment? Or do you have kind of topics that you kind of go into it knowing that you want to talk about something specific? Do you plan it throughout the week? Do you kind of feel something throughout the week and go, all right, let me put this in the piggy bank for, this week or next week if I already have something?
It really depends on the week. Some weeks, sometimes I'll make one on a Sunday after Friday, and it's going to be for the next week. It's just something that popped in my head. Sometimes I have to plan it out, and it takes a couple videos for me to really get into what I want to say. I kind of mumble a little bit, so I have to make quite a few videos just to make sure I'm getting out and explaining everything and not messing it up. So yeah, it really depends on the topic, and what the more passionate stuff, it's easy for me to say a bunch of stuff. But more particular topics, I'll have to kind of plan it out, do one video and then be like, all right, I want to add to this video, I want to add this, this, and this. So I'll make another video and have that stuff in there as well. So it's a little bit of a process. It really depends on the topic and how I'm doing.
Now, I would imagine that was doing that at the beginning, and probably still is a relatively challenging thing to do, right? To kind of open yourself up and talk about how you truly feel about something that's not really being talked about. It's easy for us to talk about how much it sucked, because everybody feels that way. You know, but you kind of
Right.
talk about what people aren't talking about in a
Right.
very, powerful way.
Right.
You've gotten better at doing that, or do you, like, is it still like a challenge to kind of get into that mode to feel comfortable doing that, or how does that feel?
No, I think I've gotten a lot better at it. I mean, my thing is I try to go after the things that scare me. Speaking publicly scares the crap out of me. I know I did a lot more when I was younger, so I always like to challenge myself, and doing like a podcast or something like that is nothing like something I would never have done when I was younger. So I'm always challenging myself, and as I'm doing it more and more, it's a lot easier for me to say the words and kind of feel more smooth with it.
Well, I've definitely missed watching them and seeing them pop up. So hopefully this is some inspiration to see one in a couple of days.
Yeah, be on the lookout Friday. There should be one.
do it in honor of us, and that we push you to do it, because I really wanted to see them. I thought you said it, and I feel like we all have an issue like this, whether it's like we mumble or we're not comfortable. Like DJ said, you do maybe some tougher, touchy subjects, whether it's personally or in the society's lens. But I think that's what's so good, because in the end of the day, no one really expects you to not mumble or be perfect or have all the words to say, especially when you have to point it out. And I think that's what's so great, is yours are always genuine. I mean, who cares if it's your third take, you got to start over, but in the end of the day, you're not some paid professional that you're expecting. I mean, people like to see that because it's so relatable. That's the big thing that I noticed, even with just like watching YouTube and doing YouTube, is as long as you're relatable and genuine, people love it. I think that's what's so great about Friday Feels, because I've literally said, oh yeah, my buddy does this thing like on Fridays. Friday Feels. He just gets on there and kind of what one would think with rambling, but he's coming from the heart, or maybe someone kind of touched his life, or he had the moment to touch someone else's life. So I think maybe it's something that you've been missing, dude. Part of reevaluating and finding yourself a little bit. Maybe getting back in touch with the inner deep part of your heart, is the Friday Feels. So
I definitely need to hop back on there. I'll definitely post more. I just been, I don't know, I've been kind of in a weird mental state. So I think, I don't know, without the gym and stuff, it just put me in a weird place. So now I'm, I think, ready, and I have quite a few ideas for Friday. Maybe I'll post multiple Friday Feels this coming Friday, just to put up what I've been thinking about over the last couple months. So be on the lookout. You never know.
Dude, that'd be sweet, actually. Like, maybe doing like in the morning, like when you wake up and having your coffee, unless you have to like get up and go work out or before work or something. But that'd be sweet. Like, go outside, maybe sit like on your back porch, or go sit somewhere with like a cup of coffee and just kind of get into it, and then do it maybe at night, at the end of the day or the afternoon. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
Be on the lookout. There might be a couple.
That's what I like to see. And we have to do it when I come down. I want to be a part of a Friday Feels. I got to see what in the realm of the Friday Feels studio. I want to be a part of that.
Usually it's in the car, so we'll have to get another phone for you to put in the car, and I'll do it there.
maybe like might take a little bit of the nervousness out. We're just gonna like set it up in the corner, and maybe just like us having a conversation, other than like your little intro. Then boom, we get into it, and then almost like forget the camera's there, and then next thing you know, great content.
That's usually what I do. I usually try to drive, so I'm focused on I'm looking at the road, but I'm still saying the words I'm saying, because then you, like you said, you forget about the camera and focus on what you're trying to say.
Heck yeah, dude.
Absolutely, I'm down for that. That'd be fun.
Let's do it.
I do the exact same thing when I'm jamming out to musicals, dude. I completely forget what I look like.
Just focus, yeah.
DJ's at a red light, just like jamming like he's like on Broadway, and some lady's like, like, what is this guy doing? But
what are you doing over there?
But in the end of the day, who cares? So
yeah, absolutely.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I hope we can make it happen, and I can come on down, and we'll have a blast, and then we'll have to have you up here. I know you, me, and DJ, we can go to his gym, or we go to my gym.
Yeah, man, you're doing that road trip up the East Coast, swing by.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We've got
absolutely
2 gyms. I know Cody's got a couch. I've got a couch.
Perfect. That's all I need.
I've got Freddy's.
Yeah, what?
No, you haven't had Freddy's yet?
What's Freddy's?
Oh my god. Cody, tell him what Freddy's is. Cody, tell him what Freddy's is.
It is edible heaven, if that's a thing.
Edible heaven.
So Freddy's is a butter battered steak burger, kind of like Culver's, which I know you are in Michigan, all you Midwest folks out there love your Culver's. Freddy's is kind of similar, but Freddy's is unique because it gives you a retro experience between the interior to the food options, because it has your burgers, your weenies and corn dogs, I believe, but they actually kind of mimic a lot of other places. Like the hot dogs are supposed to be like the New York Nathan's stand, and the one DJ and I get out is like the California style, so you can actually technically get everything on it that would be on In-N-Out, but it's better than In-N-Out. Sorry, Tristan, not sorry. And especially with the fry sauce. So, and their fries are like the little skinny, like little mini fries. I don't know how to describe those, DJ. To be honest with you,
like Steak and Shake. Have you been to Steak and Shake?
Maybe it is like Steak and Shake.
I honestly haven't.
I think they're like the thin fries too. I want to say.
As a kid, I mean, they might be pretty similar actually. And they're also known for their like frozen custard, which those are heavy. So if you get one of those, it's real heavy and sits in your stomach. But a Freddy's shake.
The first time me and Cody had Freddy's was down in Florida. Like Tristan Tristan called us and was like, "Dude, I found it. I found the East Coast In-N-Out. Like finally." His entire life is built up to that moment of him finding In-N-Out on the East Coast, right? And he brought us over there when we were down in Florida right after college, and it was delicious. Like it was amazing, right?
Yeah, right.
Personally, when we were traveling, we had In-N-Out. I thought it was overrated. It wasn't. It was so whatever. Freddy's, different story. It was amazing, right?
Thanks.
And then I came back home, and like 4 or 5 months later, I don't know, it was a while later, I was just like, man, I wonder where the nearest Freddy's is to me, right? Thinking it was going to be like Florida, right? And I search it, and there's 2 Freddy's within 5 miles of my home.
Dang.
One was literally right next to where I work. Like I passed it every single day, but never noticed it.
Not fair.
Dang, that's crazy.
So since then, I think I single-handedly keep the place open.
There you go.
Like that, like literally every time I go up there, like that is incorporated into our planning. Even if we're not ready for a meal, we just go to Freddy's.
This is what we do, Jeffy. Okay.
Yeah.
When you come up, we'll meet in Richmond. All right. You, me, and Cody will go work out at Cody's gym.
Gotcha.
All right. And then us 3 will come up to my place because it's further up north. And we'll stay the night here. Okay. And we'll get Freddy's for dinner.
Gotcha.
And then in
the
morning,
good.
Play Mario Kart for old time's sake or something.
Yes.
Mario Kart.
I've got Mario Kart on the Switch.
Oh yeah.
And Waffle House the next morning for breakfast. Like we got to keep that tradition.
Waffle House. Yes.
It's all right. There it is. There's the weekend.
There we go. That's it right there. Set in stone.
Booked and ready. But yeah, dude, seriously, if you do that and want help, you want to help planning it out or whatever, or like the Utah one, let me know. I'll definitely more than happy to take like a second look. But or if you just decide to do it sooner rather than later, like DJ said, couch is open. I know DJ's same thing, and we'll be ready for you whenever. But I think it'd be sweet, dude. I think that'd be really beneficial. And what better way, like DJ said as well at the beginning, is finding yourself driving alone by yourself, jamming and thinking and doing all the Friday feels for days while you're driving those long.
Oh yeah, there's so many. Heck yeah.
But sweet, dude. Well, I guess in closing, Jeffy, do you have any final remarks, questions, concerns, comments?
I don't think so. This has been nice to talk to you guys again and see you guys face to face, even if it's
even if it's like through a screen. I was virtually.
Yeah, I can almost touch you.
DJ, anything for you?
Jeff, it's been real nice talking to you for more than 2 seconds as you're getting on Warzone and I'm getting off.
Speaking of, I think we can hop on right now after this.
Dude, I'm not opposed to it if you want. I'm not opposed at all.
I just got to make my lunch for tomorrow and eat my dinner real quick, and then I'll even hop on.
All right.
So
Cody, let's wrap this up, all right? The squad's got to get together. We got plenty. We got Cody's been winning a bunch of games recently.
I won.
Oh, yeah?
I won 2 solos yesterday, so that puts me at 4 solos, and 10 total wins. So I'm no pro,
Okay.
but I'm still. I don't know. Today's matches have pissed me off. I got top 5 like 4 times, and then the last 2 games, I was like, I gotta turn it off. So but yeah, no,
Yeah, fair.
it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's wrap this up and get on. And where are we dropping, boys? And the wolves. Thanks, dude. Thanks. But Jeffy, like I said, it was, and as you said, it's great to catch up. And I'm super excited to come down and swing by and see you. So hopefully we'll be able to hit some Iron Legacy lift too.
There we go. I'm sick.
Ted Cat better be open. I got some gains to be gotten at Iron Legacy. So
Needs to be gotten.
So, Jeffy, is a pleasure. It's been way overdue.
It's always fun.
But CD Logic Show is signing off. DJ, take it away.
Bye.